Well, hello everyone. My name is Passek of FlyFish Fanatic, and welcome to my tying bench. Today we're going to go a little on the, well, for at least for North America, a little on the sacreligious side. We're going to go do another Squirmy Wormy. This is a little different, but it's not totally different, but yeah, it's a little bit different. And hardest part on this fly is controlling that squirmy crap. But like I said, for some reason here in North America, we seem to think this is sacreligious. In Great Britain and throughout Europe, they've been using these for a long time and had great success with them. So here we go, switch over. So we're going to start. It's a fairly large one. This is a BL724 from Hook-Hends in a size 10. It's a fairly large hook. I've got an oversized orange bead on it. So I'm just going to leave that right where she is right now. I'm going to use some NanoSilk in white. And just get this thread started on the hook. That was a shout out to Lindsay Simpson there. Hook. I love how he says hook. Yeah, so just get a nice little bit of a base going. And then you're going to get your squirmy. So now you got to make up your mind what color of squirmy you want to go with. I'm going to go with a red here. This is a hen squirmy. Get it out of there. I don't need a full length. I only need about half, so I'm just gonna, because they're pretty long, so I'm gonna just cut that in half. I don't need the full thing. So I'm gonna roughly figure out how long I want it. Yeah, roughly there. So I'm just gonna, like I said, this stuff is not fun to work with, and especially with NanoSilk, you got to be careful. I'm not going very tight with my thread at all. And you see how I'm holding it way off to my side, like way over towards me, because then as I wrap, it wraps it up on top. Okay, I'm going to go in behind it and over top and in behind it and over top. That'll help lock it in. And then I'm going to try to flatten my thread, and I'm going to start tighten that up a bit more. Okay. So now you've got a couple of choices. You can try, if you want, to put it through the bead. Sometimes I can get it through the bead, sometimes I can't. If not, then you can either just go over top like that and tie it off, or you can cut it off and restart it at the front. Whatever way you like doing it. I'm just going to make sure that stays on the top there. So I'm going to just bring this to the front, and I'm going to bring my thread over, and I'm going to build up a bit of a thread dam right up against that bead. Just a little bit so it can't go anywhere. And then I'm going to stretch this pretty good and put a couple of 2-3 wraps right there. Don't worry, all this stuff's going to get covered anyway. All this like this main body here, you're not going to see it. So now what I'm doing is I'm holding it off to my side, and I'm wrapping, and then holding it to my side and wrapping. And I'm not very tight at first, right? And I'm stretching it quite a bit. Okay, and then I'm going to counterclockwise spin it to make sure my thread flattens out a little bit. And then I'll start tightening up just a little bit, just to make sure this stuff doesn't unravel. And then once or twice in front, and then you can kind of let it go. But the key to it is to hold on to that stuff while you're wrapping. And then I can just give that a bit of a twist so it stays up on the top. So that's that portion of the squirmy. Now this piece here can go forward a bit. That's good. And then come back over your bead. I come right to the back here, and then I'm going to put some dubbing on. In this case, I'm going to use again the Hook-Hends Gleamy, the number 6. So that's the number 6, which is it's kind of a bright red. Pick a bunch of that out. a bunch out of the pack here. So now I can do whichever way I like. You can do a split thread, you can just hand dub, you can do a dubbing loop, whatever you like. I'm gonna see if I can get this flattened and do a split thread. My eyesight's a little wonky today. It's living in central Alberta here when it's really nice weather. Even in the wintertime, man, you need sunglasses more in the winter than you do in the summer. That snow glare kills you, and I did a bit of driving today, so my eyes are a little wonky. I don't know if, oh, maybe I did finally. There we go. I was able to split it. So, you take my red Gleamy, stick it in there. Then I'm going to grab a hold and I'm just going to pull this stuff out. I want it kind of sparse. It'll do its thing as I spin it up. So spin up my bobbin. And it depends on how sparse or how thick you want this, on how much dubbing you put in. So I'm going to pull some off. I tie them both ways. I do prefer let's get that back up top. I do prefer the slightly sparser myself. So, and then I'm just going to go right over top of that bead. Gonna coax it right over top and then just get in there. Okay, and then since I don't have enough, I'm just gonna actually with this, I'm just gonna hand dub it on so you guys can see both versions. Wax your thread. Like I said, fairly sparse, not too crazy, right? Don't put too much on. Then I'm going to go back in front. My wet finisher. Get that out of the way. Good wet finish in front. Now, if you want this to stick up more, just build up a thread dam in front of it, right? I can just build up a thread dam right up in front. And that'll force that to stay even higher up, right? So it all depends on what you want. Both work. This isn't a very picky fly. You don't have to be too accurate with it. I mean, this isn't the prettiest, that's for sure. But as I've said in my videos over and over and over, I don't tie pretty flies. Very, very seldom. I mean, I can. I just don't. I tie flies that fish, right? So that's it. That's your fly. That's your squirmy. It's a variant of a squirmy. I don't even know what I'm going to call it. Maybe the fuzzy squirmy. I don't know. I mean, like I said, I have a hard time naming my flies because I've just been using them for a long time, and I mean, you don't really name your flies until you start tying, right? So, and doing videos like this. So now you can, if you want, you can just kind of cut down some of this really longer stuff here if you want to, just to give it a bit more of a slimmer profile. But this will slick down really well once it's in the water anyway. So, but there. So, yes, sacrilege. Yes, ugly, deadly though. Works extremely, extremely, extremely well. Alrighty. Tie them in different colors. I tie them, probably the most popular I tie is red like this, a darker red, and a chartreuse. Those are my three that I do probably the best on. There's another one that I tied up in chartreuse with red tail. Or another one that I tied a little while before that with a gold bead and kind of hit it more. Right? So, yeah. Alrighty. Hope that didn't make people's cringe too much. But yeah, give her a try. It works. Tie lines, everyone.